video today is actually, oh, y'all like my earrings? Ain't they cute? I got them from the hair store. Y'all know I love lions. Leo gang. So today I'm going to be talking about just some spiritual stuff. Not really my beliefs, but just like some interesting spiritual things. Okay, the first thing I'm going to be talking about today is angel numbers. I had never heard of angel numbers until I stumbled upon a Hailey Reese video. I'm going to kind of explain them and then tell you my experience with them. So what are angel numbers? Angel numbers are basically number sequences sent to you from your guardian angels. So like, if you keep seeing 222 over and over, say that was the gas price, say you keep catching the time at 222, say that you got a candy bar and your total was 222, you know, just stuff like that. You just keep catching the number, and it can be any number, it can be any sequence of numbers. For example, my boyfriend, when I was telling him about it, he told me he always sees 1017. So it's basically just like a sequence of numbers that you see reoccurring in your life. And basically, your guardian angels are trying to send you a message with these numbers, or they're trying to communicate with you with these numbers and let you know something with these numbers, if that makes sense. And all of the numbers mean different things. And I guess a psychic or something figured that out. I don't know where they figured it out at, but every time I've seen these numbers and every time somebody I know have seen these numbers, it's kind of like mind-blowing, because it's always like a message specifically for that person, if that makes sense. So in my personal experience with the numbers that I've seen, it's always gave me like reassurance, if that makes any sense. And when you see these numbers, you can literally just Google, like mine, for example, was 55 or 555. You can just type in 555 angel number and it will literally tell you right there. So at the time that I have first heard of this in the Hailey Reese video, the only numbers I had ever really seen over and over was like 1111. But I feel like that's because I was looking for it, because, you know, 1111, make a wish. So that's the only number I would ever really catch. When I saw this video, I had been thinking about a whole bunch of different stuff. I have been thinking about starting my YouTube channel. I have been thinking about starting my online boutique, which I have done. I was just going through a process of a lot of changes in my life at the moment. And during this time, I started to notice that I would see the number 55 all the time. 555, 55. Just everywhere. Like every time if I would accidentally pause a video, it would pause at 3:55. If I would go scroll on Facebook, I would scroll past something that had 55 likes, something that had 55 comments. And it's just all the time, and it actually still happens to me today, but it was just constant. But the one day that it really just blew my mind. I have goosebumps talking about this because you probably can't tell because of my freckles. But it was just crazy. It was a crazy, crazy, crazy spiritual experience. And I also watched Christina Randall, and she has an experience, her experience with God. It's a beautiful video. Please go watch it. I will link it down below. And I'll also link the Hailey Reese angel number video. But in that video, Christina spoke about uncontrollably crying, and she could not figure out why. This day that I'm about to tell you about, I did the same thing, and I cannot tell you why. On this day, it was raining, but I was going to meet my boyfriend at the Opera Mills Mall to go hang out. If y'all live in Nashville, you know about Opera Mills. Opera Mills is basically this huge mall in Nashville. So like I said, it was raining, and when I say raining, it was like storming raining. Like it was raining super duper hard. And it wasn't that bad when I first got on the road, but when I got closer to Opera Mills, it was starting to get that rain where you like cannot see while you're driving type of rain. My exit is coming up, I was not aware that my exit was coming up, but I was getting kind of freaked out because I already get anxiety when I drive anyways, but this day it was raining. I was on the interstate. It was scary, and it was a lot of traffic. So I was on the other side of the lanes, and then my exit was coming up, and I was already running late. So I was just like, oh my gosh, like I cannot get off at a different exit and then backtrack. So I tried to start getting over it, but I could not see anything. I didn't want to slow down too much and cause like traffic or a wreck or anything. So I just put my blinker on, and of course there's this huge SUV behind me. I'm in a little Kia, so I couldn't see it behind the SUV to see if any cars were coming because my car is right here, but their car is wider than mine, so I can't see around them to see if any cars are coming. I was terrified to switch lanes because I was like, I'm gonna die if there's a car over here and I switch. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? Out of nowhere, this big SUV, and if y'all know Tennessee drivers, y'all know that they're dumb and they don't care about anybody but themselves. So this SUV blinks their lights at me, like telling me to go ahead, and I'm like, okay. And they also put their turn signal on. So they got over and they blinked their lights at me, so I got in front of them, and they literally did this all the way to the exit. I'm gonna cry. They literally did this all the way to the exit so I could get off the exit safely. And that's crazy. I just looked at my recording time and it said 9:55. Whew. Anyways, I don't know why it's making me emotional. You see what I'm saying about crying uncontrollably? So when they did this, I had that sense of relief, just like overwhelming relief washed over me, like everything's okay. It sounds really dramatic, but I promise it was a crazy moment. So I look up, right? My exit number that I got off on was exit 55 or exit 155 or something. I look over, the speed limit is 55, which you can't use those as angel numbers because they're always there, but it's the fact that in this moment I looked over, saw the speed limit sign that said 55. Then this was the craziest part. I look up because that SUV that was behind me and helped me, they didn't get off on the exit. They didn't need to. They were just helping me. They got out from behind me, pulled around, and was going, gave me a little wave. I gave them a wave, like, thank you so much. As they drove off, guess what their license plate was? Some 555. Y'all can't tell me that's not crazy. It was just, it just made me feel like my guardian angels are there. For real. Like, I can't even describe the feeling. It was crazy. It was just crazy. And I cried hysterically. Just like Christina said in her video. I just cried. I don't know. It was really intense, and it was just a really intense situation and feeling. I don't know. And it might sound like I'm over exaggerating, but it was just like, it was just crazy. I don't know, man. It was just weird. I'm going to tell y'all what the angel number 55 means right now. Because like I told you, I was going through a lot of life changes. I was in a new relationship at the time. We've been together for almost 2 years now. But at the time, I was in a new relationship. I was debating starting my YouTube channel. Debating doing a whole bunch of stuff. A whole bunch of stuff I knew I wanted to do, but I was just scared of what people would think, which don't ever care about what people think. If you want to do something, do it, because at the end of the day, none of these people are going to pay your bills. None of these people are going to take care of you. None of these people are going to do anything. And if they follow their dream, they're not going to give you part of what they get from it. So if you have a dream and you have something you want to do, go for it. Always. Don't live with what ifs. I can't live with what ifs. I need to know what my outcome is. I'm going to do it no matter what. I don't know why that just turned into a motivational speech. But anyways, so I was going through a whole lot, not really knowing what I wanted to do, but wanting to do a bunch, if that makes sense. The angel number 55 means I'm going to read it off of here because if I'm looking down, that's why. It means to let go of the old and bring in the new and live as the angels have intended. Bringing you towards your true purpose is a mission for the angels. They guide and protect you on earth while you fulfill your experience. And that guiding and protection reminds me of the day where I saw the 55s, the incident with the SUV and getting off on the exit. They were guiding and protecting me. I just believe that it's very true because I've been in so many situations that could have turned into something a lot worse. I've been in many situations where I should have been locked up and I should have been in jail, and I've been in some I've been in situations where I shouldn't have even lived, like, but I'm okay. I have no broken bones. I'm fine. Like, it's just crazy to me. When I figured all this out, when I had this like awakening, I guess, about the angel numbers, I wanted to tell everybody about it because I was so mind blown. I was like, everybody got to know this. I told my boyfriend about it, and his number was 1017. That's the number he always sees. It carries the energies of love, hope, and forgiveness. And it also means that just because you're experiencing difficulties doesn't mean to quit altogether. When I read him this and like read him the whole like excerpt of it, he was like mind blown. He told me that was not only relevant to him right now, but it was literally relevant to his whole entire life. I have goosebumps again. Like, it's crazy. You can Google it if you want to read the whole thing, but 1017 was a very long, lengthy, detailed one, and he said that it literally told him about his whole life. And I was like, that's crazy. I also posted a status about it on my Facebook when this happened, just about angel numbers in general. Just like, if y'all haven't never heard of them, you should look into them because they're very interesting. And a friend of mine commented on it and said that ever since her and her boyfriend got together, they keep seeing 44, 444, just fours everywhere. And neither of them knew what it meant. They just saw them all the time. They didn't look into it anymore or anything like that. So I looked it up, and it basically meant, this one's so sweet, and it gives me chills again. It means that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Girl, I cried because like that's so sweet that they both kept seeing those numbers, and that's what it means. Also, pretty sure they just got engaged, so if you see this girl, you know who you are. Congrats. I'm happy for you, and I hope that y'all continue to stay where y'all need to be. A lot of people I've told about it think it's BS, and of course that's okay. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions, but from my personal experience, it's just too much of a coincidence to not be real. You know what I mean? I also have another guardian angel story. It's actually my mom's story, so I'm probably going to bring her on here to tell y'all because it's literally the craziest story that I've ever heard in my whole life. So, look forward to that. Oh, another thing. It's just a little cute spiritual thing. If y'all have kids and y'all's kids bring y'all like rocks, sticks, flowers, stuff from outside, try to put them around your windowsills and stuff and doorways instead of just throwing them down. And I'm very guilty of just throwing them down. For the longest, my kids would just hand me gravel and be like, I got this for you, Mommy. And I'd be like, oh, thanks. And then throw it when they're not looking. I have stopped doing that. I saw a thing that said that since kids are closer to like the spiritual realm, since they're younger and they're more pure and innocent, they actually are drawn to things with good energies. So if your kids are giving you rocks and flowers and sticks and stuff from outside, keep it and put it around your windowsills. Not only will it make your kids happy because they see that their gift actually means something to you, it's also supposed to bring good energy and good vibes into your home. Which I know it probably sounds crazy also, but pretty much a lot of things spiritual sound crazy until you actually look into it, or you actually experience something. Like, I told my boyfriend about the rocks and sticks, and I thought he was gonna be like, you're crazy, we're not putting rocks and sticks around our windows. But he actually took to it very well, and he was like, that's interesting. So we're a sticky rock family with them all around our windows. Oh, before I go, one more thing. Trippie Redd, I'm a huge fan. A huge fan. I love him. I know all his songs. But he actually, I was unaware of this until I actually watched an interview that he did. But he does like the 14 thing all the time. He always talking about 14. He does that because 14 was his angel number. He has it tattooed on him and everything. Isn't that crazy?
Like 14, like it goes a long way. Like I told you that's my street and where I'm from, but like at the same time, like if you look up 14 angel or 1400 angel, like there's really a big ass quote like this long about what the number 14 means and how much, like, it's an angel, bro. It's an angel. That's all I can say. Like I'll go to places and I'll just see 14 out of nowhere, like for no reason. Like say there was a clock right there. Like, I don't know, maybe like, not a clock, but like, just like something like, yeah, like a clock, maybe a whatchamacallit, a motherfucking military clock, you know, like it'd just say 14 out of nowhere when I look at it. It'd just be shit like that, like out of nowhere, like buildings. I'll ride past, we're going to do something about me, and I'll see the number 14 and I'll be like, I know I'm on the right path. I know I'm doing good.
I don't know. I just thought it was so cool that like, people don't even know this stuff until you really look into it, and it's everywhere. But that's about it for today. I will see y'all next time. Bye.